Greetings and salutations everyone, and welcome to another Q&A session with some updates as well. I realize I'm pretty late and it's already almost the new month of February, but we're gonna get a Q&A in before this month ends. I've been really busy. So, we've got a few questions from some lovely viewers this time, as last time I asked a few friends and made up some basic questions. So let's get right into this. First question from Silverkaj. Silverkej? I'm not good at pronouncing people's names, but their names are here for a reason. Alright. Where has Illidan gone, and will we ever see him again in a future expansion, in a battle between the light and the void? Pantheon transform him into a being of light, as the prophecy mentions in his book, I wonder. Thank you, friend. I will keep it up. Well, Illidan is basically partying over with the Titans, as the jailer of Sargeras on the seat of the Pantheon. We currently don't know what exactly is going on there, but I'm sure we'll find out someday, possibly. Maybe a trial of some sort, and maybe even a fight between the Titans, Illidan, and Sargeras is happening there. Hard to really say right now, but I think everyone but Illidan is in stasis for the time being. I do think we've not seen the last of Illidan, Sargeras, and the Pantheon, as Blizzard basically wrapped them in a box and put them on one of their shelves for now. We'll likely see them again as a premise for another expansion, likely with the Void Lords and such. As for Illidan and his prophecy, we've learned that Illidan isn't one for really listening to prophecies, or abiding by them, and that he's going to make his own road for himself. I think that if the Titans offered to bless Illidan, he would reject them just like he did with Xera, and hopefully the Titans are a bit more accepting of the laws of no means no, that Xera apparently wasn't familiar with. As otherwise it might be forced upon him by the Titans, and I don't think Illidan, as powerful as he is, would be able to resist them. That being said, I don't also think the Titans are aligned exactly fully with the light. They seem to be more with the arcane, which Illidan is very familiar with. Next question comes from Mo. Mo asks, what's your favorite Horde race? Allied races included. Feel free to add me as a battle tag friend. See semicolon face. Answer. Well, Mo, I'm afraid I won't be accepting your friend request, but I very much appreciate the offer. We can still be friends, though. Warms my little heart that you want to be a friend. As for what my favorite Horde race is, well, that's pretty obvious in itself, but it's clearly Blood Elves. That was a poor joke, and I am sorry, Elf fans, but you'll never be on top of my list for WoW races. Sorry. No, my favorite race is, of course, Orcs. I love the way they look, their racial mounts, and their rich story. My main and one of my avatars is, after all, an Orc. When I was just 8 years old, I fell in love with these guys, and still love them 13/14 years later. Next question comes from Dragoncraft Productions. He says, or she says, I don't know their gender, I'm not gonna judge. Great videos, man. Awesome job so far. So for the next Q&A, I have two questions. How do you decide which anime songs to use, since most of them are bound to be copyright claimed the moment you upload them? And second, what are your thoughts on the new allied races coming in Battle for Azeroth? Aw, thank you. That makes me happy to hear that. As for your two questions, I will answer them both. For the anime opening songs, it deals with a lot of influence between the ones I've watched and left an impact on me. Usually they're ones I listen to a lot, or sync well with the story of the expansion. Usually they go hand in hand. You'll notice many of them will be Naruto/Naruto Shippuden openings, which has some of the best openings in my opinion. I usually do try to look up if the song is copyrighted or not on YouTube, and if it is, I either try to find a new song or cover of it, which I always credit in the title or the description. Fun fact, the Legion Season 3 one was one I planned since Argus came out, and I didn't know the lyrics till after I synced the two. So they accidentally synced together. Crazy, right? As for your other question about the allied races, I am very excited for them, and I think it's an idea that Blizzard should have had since Mr. Pandaria with the Hosen and Jinyu, as great examples. I'm most excited for the High Mountain Tauren and Zandalari Trolls, as someone who mostly plays Horde and not really the Elves. The other ones don't interest me as much, but I do like the stories that they all offer. I'm honestly looking forward to seeing more allied races join the Horde, and hopefully it'll be the Machnathal or Ogres. Second last question comes from Greyworld. He/she asks, "You should watch My Hero Academia. It's a good anime. And have you ever thought of endings for WoW with an anime song? It sounds like a great idea. Can't wait to see your next WoW video when there's enough content, and make sure the song fits well with the tone and characters." I did already answer my own thoughts on Hero Academia, but I'll repeat it here. It's a great anime, and I enjoy it indefinitely. Great characters, great music, and great anime in general. Can't wait for Season 3. As for anime endings for WoW, it's definitely something I've considered on doing as well, but there is a limit to cinematics I can use, and I mostly worry about reusing them too much. I could make them in WoW Model Viewer, but the trouble is that I am terrible with the program, and can only do pictures at the moment. Plus, WoW Model Viewer is not up to date currently. So there's that. Perhaps I might do endings for WoW as well, but for the time being, I'm working on redoing the anime openings I've done so far. Though I am working on the Battle for Azeroth anime opening on the sidelines. It's mostly me trying to look up the right song so far. Last question comes from Hairu Merdiex Senpai. And he asks, "Do you think Blizzard should add pet battles to Classic WoW?" Well, hello there, Hairu Merdiex. Pleasant to see you here, and love your work. As for your question, while I'm not truly fond of Classic WoW, besides the idea of revisiting old Orgrimmar, I honestly wouldn't mind it holding some of the things from current WoW, such as haircuts, new models, transmog, LFG, LFR, and pet battles would also be very enjoyable, as I actually enjoy doing them from time to time. And if they update the Mount and Pet tab with Classic WoW, it would make sense for them to include pet battles. But I am like the last guy to honestly ask about Classic, as I am probably the lone vocal person who doesn't care much for Classic WoW, and cares more about current WoW than anything else. And that was it for the Q&A section of this video. Now for the update section of this video. This hopefully won't take too long. As many of you will notice, I now have reaction videos, when they're not blocked, not salty at all, and a Doki Doki Let's Play series. As I said in the last Q&A, I plan to branch out more with different bits of content. I'm still going to do Witcher playthroughs, WoW anime openings, WoW speculations, and many other genres and things in the future. I don't want to tire myself out on just only WoW, but I am definitely not going to stop playing or making videos on it either. I just need a break from time to time. You'll also notice I'm going to be using my webcam a bit more. Probably not for the anime openings, obviously, or my speculation series, but definitely Doki Doki and Witcher. Well, maybe Witcher. I don't know. It's kind of hard. And other games. I realize I'm not the most attractive person, and I sound like a damn 8-year-old, even though I'm 20. Yes, I do have dental issues, but some appear to still like seeing me and cheer for me to continue. So that is what I will do. You guys really make me feel welcomed on YouTube, and I do this for you guys and myself, so it makes me happy. I love hearing from you guys saying to continue, and I love your work, and you have such a calm voice. I don't see it, but it makes me happy nonetheless. One thing I will say regarding my most recent video, Future of the Horde Leaders, I didn't like how it turned out. Not so much the audio or visuals, well, kind of the visuals, but some more on the issues with resolution. For this, I'm going to be re-uploading parts of the video into its own bite-sized videos. For example, the future of G Firepaw as its lone video, up to the point where it ends. Hopefully that will amend for how some of the resolutions turned out. I'll be throwing those videos out there when I can, likely all at once. One last thing before we're all done here. Recently, YouTube has announced us smaller channels will no longer be eligible for revenue till we reach the requirements. For a few days, I did feel like I just climbed to the peak and was knocked down. But I'm not giving up on this platform, and will continue doing as I have done already. I'm going to keep climbing even if I fall a few times. That hasn't stopped me before. So I'm not going anywhere, so you don't have to worry about that. But that's it for the Q&A and update for you guys for this week. I can't wait to see your questions for February. I expect memes. Lots of memes, probably. But until next time, my friends, ciao for now.